welcome.
Hi and welcome to the lab. Today we're going to be doing the cloud in a jar experiment. This one's really fun. I'm excited about it. And for the materials list, you're going to need a jar, a clear jar with a lid that goes onto it, and then a little bit of warm water. I would use hot water from the tap. Anything that is really hot but not so hot that you can't touch it is perfect. And then some ice cubes, and then finally a little bit of hairspray. And let's get started. So first what we're gonna do is we're going to open up the jar and put our hot water into the jar. And it doesn't really matter how much. I would say just maybe fill the jar up about a quarter of the way. And then you're gonna take the hot water and swirl it around the jar. And you want to do this because you're warming up all of the walls of the jar. So you're adding a lot of heat energy into the glass. Getting it nice and warm to make sure that it's evenly heated. It's not just the spots on the bottom with the water that are hot, it's the whole jar. And then next you're going to take the lid and you're not going to put it on the way you're supposed to. You're going to put it on like this, upside down. And then you're going to take some ice cubes and put them inside of the lid. And we're going to let this sit for about 30 seconds. And while we're waiting, we'll get our hairspray ready. We'll take the top off. Got about 10 seconds left. And you can kind of feel the bottom of the jar is nice and warm, and the top is starting to cool down a little bit because it's making contact with the ice cubes. And now that it's ready, we're going to take our hairspray, and we're going to be really quick about this. We're going to be really quick. We're going to take our hairspray, and then we're going to spray it in there, and then put the ice cubes right back, and then we're going to wait another 15 to 30 seconds again. And then we're going to move the camera to watch some clouds start to form. And from this angle, now you can start to see some of that cloud formation by adding hairspray. We've added particles into the jar in order for water to condense onto. In order to form that cloud formation. It's a little bit easier to see with a darker background, which is why we've added this. And you can see the contrast between the clear water down here and then the cloudy water. It's kind of like a thick fog. And now that you've seen some of the swirling fog formation, I'm going to lift the top off and you'll be able to see the clouds leaving. Now you can kind of see all of this vapor rising out of the jar. And that's your cloud that you made. If I wiggle it a little bit, you can kind of see it come out a little bit better. Cool, huh? And there you have it.